Yes, those were our tips for you. Always have your sunscreen on wherever you go, even under these hot lights. I think sunscreen's needed. Would you agree with me? Do lights, are lights a factor of causing, you know, skin?
It would have to have UVA and UVB in it for it to damage your skin.
Do these lights have them? Do these lights have them, producers? Anyway, I'll have my sunscreen on. And so should you, okay? Because you never know where you go and stuff like that, and you should always have it on.
Well, also you can get sun damage from, well, like skin damage from like wind, and also reflections of light can also sunburn the skin.
I mean, I notice when I go to a colder climate country, just for a week or so, you know, although I slap on a lot of moisturizer, but still I feel, you know, my skin has like aged like, you know, 10 days or something. It happens, right?
Yeah,
because of the cold and stuff.
And the dryness.
So I'm a very tropical girl. Okay, anyway, talking about the tropics, we're here talking about tanning in Malaysia. And if you don't have time to go into the sun, or if, you know, you really, I mean, nowadays, you know, with everyone's being so busy and stuff, and they still want to look beautiful and healthy and glowy, you can always go to the London Orchid. Now tell us what happens there.
Okay, well, the London Orchid is in Damansara Heights. It's just round the back of Sid's Pub, if you know that place.
Okay, and, yep, I know Plaza Damansara.
Yeah, it's on the plaza.
I've seen it.
At the back there. You come in loose, dark clothing, because we use a guide colour to spray on you, and we don't want that to come off.
So do you go in a booth? Is that what it is?
No, we've got a whole separate room for it.
Okay.
So we've got a machine, and we've got a gun, like a spray machine. Sort of like when you airbrush nails, things like that. So you come in your loose, dark clothing. We take you through to the room. You can either wear a bikini. I mean, some people feel uncomfortable about just wearing, you know, small G-string.
Okay.
Some people don't want to be that exposed, so they can come in a bikini or, you know, whatever they feel comfortable with, a boob tube, little shorts, whatever. So they come in, we apply a barrier cream to their dry areas, so their hands, their elbows, their knees, their heels, especially their heels.
Okay.
And they also put on a pair of sticky feet.
Yes, so, I read that.
Sticky one side.
So you don't have a tan on the palm of your, the sole of your foot.
Otherwise, it can go very, very dark on the bottom of the foot because it's so dry, it collects a lot of the product.
I see, okay.
So sticky feet go on, and we put your barrier cream on, and then you stand there, and you stand in a few different poses, you know, arms up, turn around, turn to the side.
And what about the face?
The face, we do right at the end. So
are you using anything on the face?
They've got a shower cap on to protect the hair, and then they've got to hold their breath and close their eyes for about 5 or 6 seconds.
Okay, that's not too bad. 5 or 6 seconds only. Okay.
So you've done everywhere else, and then we stand there and we say, just close your eyes when we hold your breath now, and then we spray, and then it's done. So it's really quick and easy. You're in and out in 10 minutes.
And it's even.
Very even, because we can see where we're going.
Okay.
So we know exactly where we're going, and, you know, everywhere's covered. It's really easy to do. There are some 2-hour tans, and there are some that take 8 hours to develop. So those ones, you'd come in and be sprayed, and then you go home, go to sleep, wake up in the morning and shower, and then your lovely colours underneath.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so it takes a few hours to develop.
I see, I see. So you can shower straight away?
You can't shower straight away. You have to let the colour develop. But there are some quicker ones. They might last slightly less time, maybe 5 or 6 days rather than 6 or 7. So
comparing sunbeds and of course spray tanning, as you mentioned earlier, sunbeds can be quite damaging as well.
They're really damaging for the skin. Spray tanning doesn't damage the skin. It doesn't have any detrimental effects.
It's just colour, right?
It's just a colour. It works like, I don't know if I told you before, but it works like, it's a sugar-based ingredient. So you take a bite out of a piece of fruit and leave it out. It'll go brown with the oxygen in the air, and it will take a little bit of time to achieve that brown colour.
Yeah.
That's similar
like
to
an
how
apple
the
or
DHA
something.
works. Exactly. It's exactly how it works. So it takes a little bit of time for the colour to develop. The colour that you come out in, which is on you immediately, that's our guide colour, so we can see where we're spraying.
Okay.
That's not the colour of the tan. So we spray you with a guide colour, it develops underneath, you rinse off the guide colour, and then you've got your lovely Tan.
Okay, now I'm very curious. I mean, do you have more expats or more Malaysians? Or
At first, it was all expats, all white ladies, Australians, Europeans, Americans, and it's women mostly that work or that are worried about aging of the skin. So they don't want to do tanning beds or natural sun because they're both really damaging. So people that don't have time or just don't want to damage their skin. A lot of them work or they have children.
Sure.
They don't have time to be lying by the pool and things like that. So yeah, it was at first, but just recently, I think since we were in this dance magazine, because a lot of dancers like to be tanned.
Yeah,
you know, all
it looks better. It looks healthier.
Everyone looks better. Everyone looks more toned, more healthy. It makes you feel more confident. It does hide slight imperfections, you know, stretch marks and things like that are slightly hidden by it.
We get to cover stretch marks.
Yeah, for the beach, it's brilliant.
Hey, I'm honest, okay? Every woman has stretch marks, okay?
Somewhere, we all do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so perfect. So it sounds easy. It's quick as well.
It's really quick. It doesn't last as long as a natural tan. Only lasts 5 to 7 days. But you keep your skin moisturised and you exfoliate so it fades nice and evenly, and it's a really nice colour. We've got loads of different types. We've got Sienna X, which is used on Celebrity Come Dancing, How to Look Good Naked, Zen Tan, which is Anna Kournikova uses. You know, we've got loads of different types of tan you can choose
all
from.
ambassador endorsed.
Yeah. All the celebs love tanning. It's so big in Hollywood and you know, all around the world. All the celebs tan, and it does make you look better. Makes your legs look better, longer.
And the thing is that it's even. I mean, you know, sometimes when we go tanning by the beach, or even, you know, we get weird tan lines and stuff like that, you know, undesirable tan lines.
If you are going to tan by the beach or by the pool, then just make sure your skin is protected with SPF. Change from a whole...
What about the tanning oil? Is that recommended?
No, tanning oil's not a very good thing to use. Because it's, it doesn't give you enough protection. It might give
tanning
you a
oil
quicker
and
tan.
sunblock?
You can't really use the two together. It doesn't really work. I would recommend at least a factor 30 spray. You could maybe, like someone sort of me and you's kind of colour, could get away with a factor 20 on the body, say. But even I would never go below 30 on the face, and I put it on every hour. To avoid tan lines and things, your listeners and watchers can just change from like a halter neck bikini to a strapless bikini and just move the lines about. There's some really smart bikinis with interchangeable and stuff anyway. But if you go to the beach with a spray tan on, just to make it clear, your skin isn't protected by the fake tan.
Okay, so always just slap on sunblock anyway.
Exactly, yeah. Always put SPF on. It's really important.
To avoid sunburns, right?
Don't spend more than a couple of hours in the sun at a time. Don't go out in the midday heat from like 12 until 3. Even longer than that in places like Malaysia. Stay in the shade. If you're very pale and you have moles and freckles and things like that, then you should get them checked by a doctor once a year, especially if you're from somewhere like Australia, because of the hole in the ozone layer and all of that. You know, a lot of Australians are really careful about sunblock, and they all get their moles checked regularly. But lately we've been having quite a few Malaysians come in, which has been really good.
Oh, that's
We're
great.
really pleased.
Yeah, so let's find out how do people come to how do they get information? Do you have a website?
They can find out from our website. Our Facebook page is really good because then you can see...
And it's called the London Orchid?
Yes, just Facebook, the London Orchid page, it will come up. And you can see what everyone else has had to say about their tans.
Yes, I've read a couple of testimonials and they sound absolutely fantastic. I'm a beauty junkie. I'd love to give it a go.
You should definitely come and try it.
I will. I look a bit pale now, right? Well, thank you so much for coming by and chatting with us about, you know, spray tanning.
Thank you for having me.
It's kind of newish in Malaysia. I mean, you know.
We're actually the only place in Malaysia you can get a spray tan at the moment.
Hear that, people? The only place in Malaysia you can do that at the London Orchid, which is situated at Plaza Damansara,
Damansara.
In Damansara Heights. So please make your way down there if you want to have that beautiful summer glow always, even though it's raining crazy outside, right? Thank you. Thank you so much.